a little bit more toward Nashville, but it was warm enough where none of it actually stuck to the ground, as far as I know.
Yeah, it's funny because, not funny, but interesting, because it started off as rain, went to snow, then went back to rain at about 8 a.m. till about 10 or 11, and then it just turned to snow again, and we were like, what just happened? And then our work came around and was like, yeah, you can leave if you want, we'll pay for the rest of the day. And then they came back around and said, yeah, we made a mistake. You can leave, but we're not paying you.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
You should have left before they had time to come back around.
A couple people did, and I'm sure they're going to be really pissed off tomorrow. I had things to finish up because I'm off tomorrow till Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have the opportunity to get up right away because I had to straighten things up before I left. Which I guess was a good thing, because I wouldn't have been able to make up the time and I would have been really mad. So I went to, I'll save it for the show, but I went to NJCC on Sunday and I picked up.
I was wondering if you were going to.
Yeah, I didn't. It was one of those on the fly. I woke up and I was like, yeah.
No table this year, but you went anyway.
Yeah.
Because you've gone there to sell stuff before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that show's kind of hit or miss.
Well, you know what those regional shows are like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, one thing walking around that third party is slowing down.
No, as that guy told us on iTunes, who left that nasty review, third party is as healthy as ever.
Did I miss this one? When did that happen?
Back a couple months ago.
Yeah. It's been a while ago.
Okay, then I'm probably just forgetting it.
Yeah, as the Nimrod on iTunes.
I mean, it could just be the time of year, but there's a couple companies that we haven't heard from at all that we thought were doing well, like Bad Cube and...
Yeah, Chris, you wiener. Remember the guy called us a wiener?
Email.
Because we said third party may not be doing as well as it used to, and he called us stupid.
I want a hot dog.
Yeah. And the thing is, the guy used his real name, and I'm not going to respond to a nasty YouTube.
Well, there's your first mistake.
But he used his handle that he uses everywhere. So, like, I looked him up on Twitter. I'm like, oh, you have your own Transformers podcast. I'm certain this isn't motivated at all.
All right.
Well, I mean, to be fair, anyone that calls us stupid, I mean, they're probably halfway right anyway.
Yeah, sometimes.
About something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying about something.
We do spend a lot of money on toys and talk about them on the internet.
Spending less money on toys.
We do a podcast on the internet.
We have one job.
Where's Don?
He is busy.
TFYLP?
Probably.
Is he shoveling snow?
Yeah, that's a good word for
Well,
it.
you could say that.
Yeah. Are we streaming yet?
We absolutely are.
Yes, we are.
Brian struggled with that, so yes, we are absolutely streaming now.
Okay.
Oh boy, what's coming now?
Nothing.
Oh no, Diecast is typing, I can see it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He asks for streaming, we say yes, then he immediately looks down and is, all intent on his keyboard.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, I asked.
Oh, that's actually fairly inoffensive.
Yeah, it's innocuous.
I'm
John's
relieved
too
and
smart for
surprised.
that.
Every once in a while, that's something like that just pops into my head.
Something like halfway
Unoffensive.
normal?
Yeah, and unoffensive.
Well, even a broken clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Diecast is one of the most broken clocks I've ever met.
Well, I'm broken.
Chris,
I only say that because I haven't actually met Rob's brother in person yet.
So Night Sword said that Ryall's leaving IDW.
Yeah.
Who?
Chris Ryall, the editor-in-chief, right? He's the IC, isn't he?
Is he the one that took over John Barber's job?
No.
Oh, no. They're, like, way from the beginning.
Calling it now, Seacons retool from the Terracons. I hope so.
I went through the show notes, and I'm just looking at this picture of the Terracons as a group, and it's magical.
Oh, I
can't turn away.
Oh, yeah, the Takara pictures. They're very misleading with how nice they look, aren't they? It almost makes it seem like they're a different product, but they're not.
Oh, speaking of, I was checking Amazon. God, that does look so good. Here, I'll show it right now for pre-show. But I was looking at Amazon Japan, and God, the repaint of what's her face is $150.
Is that an official photo?
There's backgrounds cut out, so probably.
I was gonna be like, man, they got blot on the wrong spot.
Well, an error with the photography.
No, they don't.
Yeah. I get. Yeah.
Is blot a leg?
No, blot is an arm.
But on the wrong side.
No, he is correctly placed.
Really? All right. Well, I have mine mistransformed, man. Sorry.
I was gonna look for my Abominus on my shelf, but I realized that for some reason I sold Ripper Snapper or something years ago when I was trying to get rid of stuff. And like I don't have.
You sold one.
One.
I was gonna say Kilby can't do anything right, but he's causing Matt so much pain and confusion. I can't say that this was an error.
No, it was center. It was. I think it was Center Twin. Let me look at my G1. Let me look at my G1 shelves. Okay, Ripper Snapper.
Anyway,
Ripper Snapper's up there. I see Ripper Snapper.
So what repaint were you saying was $150?
Megatronia,
yeah, whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's a nice
the Unite Warrior set.
Yeah.
Well, that's $150 on Amazon Japan because it was a Takara Tomiwall exclusive.
Yeah. Hey, but that's with their shipping, so I'm fine with that.
Oh,
that's with their shipping? Oh, that's not bad. Because I think it was $175 from sellers in the U.S.
Oh, it was oddly extra expensive versus other Unite Warrior sets. I still do not know exactly why that was price boosted as much as it was. When other exclusive sets were not, because its retail price in Japan was not higher than any of the others, as far as I can recall. And other Takara Tomiwall exclusives were sold by the U.S. sellers at the normal price. So I don't know what happened with that.
I guess they figured they could get it.
Oh, Figure Arts Infinity War Black Panther.
So expensive.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Figure arts are generally fairly expensive now. They used to be like 2,500 yen each.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the whole team, ouch.
I would take Black Panther.
They used to be 2,500 yen each, but that was before, 2011, 2012. It all went downhill from there. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
I am kind of regretting not getting any of the Pacific Rim Robot Damashis when I saw them yesterday.
Okay, so I'm just going to respond to that diecast here and out in the open. So people watching live, we obviously haven't started the show yet, so this is pre-show and we're just goofing off. which means I still need to start posting this to Twitter and Facebook and stuff. And I've
I'm
forgotten.
just joking around. You don't have to.
No. I'm going to comment. I am going to comment because I have an idea. So it turns out that we are not making Jolanta. It wasn't in the card. So Diecast has a flight that he paid for. It's not refundable, so he's still coming down. And Matt was like, well, if you're going to be there, I might as well just take the day off and drive down. And Chris looks like
8 hours.
Yeah,
and I haven't been to North Carolina in 4.5 years.
And Don is also now going to miss Jolanta, and he's just coming down too. So we're going to have like an impromptu Radio Free Cybertron. But Diecast into the chat posted Don is okay with skipping RFC as long as he can make TFYLP. I'm going to see if he wants to do TFYLP from my house on Saturday night.
Oh,
and
no good can come from this.
and since I redid the
especially
studio,
if you have alcohol.
Yeah, since I redid the studio, we could all just come on very easily
And just mess with Don the entire time he's on.
No good can come from this.
Yeah.
Oh, since we are just a pre-show, it's funny. My sister and her husband are going to be in the area also. Obviously not coming over Brian's house, but my brother-in-law's parents moved down there with his brother. Well, she had like a massive heart attack and just like fell over yesterday. So they left like yesterday afternoon to drive down to. They're right past North Charlotte. They said they fly normally when they go down. They fly into Charlotte.
Past Charlotte. You mean north or south?
South.
That's South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina. It's right. It's right in South Carolina. But they're basically driving down to where I would have been anyway.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's weird. Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone?
I'm excited. I'm excited to get to what we got this week.
Did I get
That's never a good sign.
I didn't get a box of Taobao. There was possibly one that would have shown up today, but we didn't get any mail delivery because of the weather. So, but the stuff from NJCC is good enough to talk about.
I don't think I got a single thing this week. I have like a big box of crap coming from BBTS. But
Rodimus Supreme is arguing with your South Carolina assertion, Kilby.
So technically, yes. But the Charlotte metro area is huge. Like, in my mind, like, going down to Fort Mill is basically Charlotte.
So basically, in your mind, anything south of Charlotte is South Carolina.
Yeah, like in my mind, like Fort Mill in South Carolina is part of the Charlotte metro area. That's
Yeah, don't mind the crazy hair. That's from shoveling.
You look like Wolverine.
Sweating.
Oh, you do kind of look like Wolverine. You need those meat claws that I have.
Yes.
So when you get here, mesh your hair up like that, and the meat claws.
That is awesome. Those meat claws are awesome.
They are.
Oh yeah. So back on the TFYLP idea, Kilby, you don't happen to have a green screen, do you?
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
We'll let in behind Dawn.
I absolutely have a green screen. I probably need to get some wrinkle release to spray on it, but
yeah, we'll let in behind Dawn, and then just like take over the Skype client and start replacing the background. There's a way to do that, I'm sure. I think you can do it with XSplit. Speed that into Skype.
So what am I? Oh yeah. T-formers. I'm like, what am I doing?
This is my tfradio.net/Amazon purchase.
Part of Onslaught? 4/5.
All of him. All of him. Well, I already had Cap because he's the Wolf Cap.
Oh, it's from that line. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had the head from Kitty Pryde, so I only needed the body, the arms, and the legs, and they were all like $9
It's
on
really,
Amazon.
I think it's illegal to get head from Kitty Pryde.
Which she's the pride of the X-Men.
But the leg just shipped. The other piece with the leg in it shipped later, so that was supposed to be here today, along with my Avengers Infinity Wave.
I need to buy a second one of those Cap Wolves, Captain America, just so I can have him displayed as Captain America. I have the original old, I guess, Toy Biz Marvel Legends Captain America.
Why, there's better Captain Americas than that one. I mean, but that's the best Cap Wolf.
Well, I mean, it's the only Cap Wolf. But
it's the only Cap Wolf.
Well, I want like what other I don't know, I'm genuinely asking. In that scale, what other comic Captain Americas are there?
There's a bunch. They do a Captain America almost every wave because he's either in Infinity War or Captain America.
Well, I mean, like I don't like, but that's like the movie Chris Evans Captain America. I don't want that.
No, but they have done comic ones in those lines, just kind of thrown in here and there.
Like that one's a Captain America one, and I know the one from Toy Biz that I have. I'm certain Hasbro did another one.
Yeah.
But like I know of definitely in the 3 3/4 inch scale. I just can't think of one because I would have
6 inch.
I
would have to go through the pile. Like I literally have a pile of Marvel Legends behind me, and then I have a full 40-gallon tote of Marvel Legends upstairs.
Oh, speaking of going through a pile, Matt, can you find that Wheeljack before you come down to North Carolina?
Oh dear God!
I saw someone give one of those away at the show this weekend. It was to a little kid, and the guy was like, here, have this Combiner Wars Wheeljack.
Okay, so
it's not a bad mold. It's just in desperate need of
Black
paint or other decoration.
Yeah.
It's essentially a fancy shampoo bottle.
Yeah, it has about as much paint as that. That's a
shampoo bottle with knees.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a great comparison. I never thought of that.
Unfortunately, it's one I picked up when that toy was new. It's not an XV original. I don't know who actually came up with that, but...
Okay. Oh yeah, T-formers. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. T-formers. Posting to T-formers. This is the exciting time.
Yeah. We need Don here to drive the conversation.
No, we don't. Last week we needed you to drive the conversation.
I know. I finally listened yesterday, as you were probably aware from all the tweets, and I just, if I'd circle back around to that. It's supposed to be a fun reference for the people who actually were paying attention last time. But you had to go and ruin it by, making me explain it.
It's not a joke if you have to explain the joke.
Well, it stopped being a joke when some asshole explains the joke. So, thanks, Paladin. By the way, Paladin ruins the jokes. Fort Max is the one who explains them.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Just can't hide it. Man, this is going to be fun. This is going to be an awesome weekend.
Yeah.
Kim was like, you're not doing a good job of planning this out. And I'm like, what is there to plan?
We don't need a plan.
Yeah.
What's that barbecue place I really like?
You're talking about Cookout?
Cookout, that's it.
I mean,
it was driving me crazy.
But you had a burger.
Place.
They have barbecue. Their barbecue's pretty good.
But, they're not a barbecue place. They're, fast food.
It's fast food, yeah, but I meant... He knew what I meant. I just couldn't not think of the name for the last 2 weeks, and I kept...
I want to find a good barbecue place in the area. Since I moved here, I haven't gone to any of the barbecue places. It's just that it's not been my, I don't know. Like, there are ones that I like back home that I would just go to, but I haven't bothered to go here. And I was asking for some suggestions. I want to take you guys to a good barbecue place. Don suggested a place up in Lexington, but damn, that's just that's too far to drive. I mean, it's not. It'd be about an hour and a half, but it's a long way to go for barbecue.
How far is that from where Don lives?
It's about an hour.
I was gonna say if it was fairly close to that, we could go have the Don Homestead tour while we were in the area.
Oh, I think if we were all in his house at the same time, he would have a heart attack.
Yeah, but we'd all be there to see it.
There wouldn't be room.
Or we might have heart attacks standing in Don's room.
It is odd being there. It's wall-to-wall toys, on which I can't. If you've seen you've seen my place.
That's
recently.
normal to us.
Yeah,
I have a wall of toys. Did
you see?
If I had more wall, I'd have more toys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm building a room downstairs, so I have more walls to have more toys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. It makes me kind of sad that a friend at work took the picture that I posted of my photos and showed it to his wife and said, "Look, I'm normal." Like, I don't think this is that bad or crazy. Hell, do I have another camera connected? This is going to look weird, but...
what else is...
Yeah. I'm going to add a devices, webcam, video, Logitech 270. Is that connected? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, right here.
I was about to say, let's watch the stream implode.
Yeah, I was saying I saw a couple photos and it looked really good.
Like, so this is...
I can't wait to mess all that up this weekend.
Yeah, I know.
So I did this. Actually, starting next week, I'm going to change the position of the camera. I want to do the show so that's my backdrop there.
Makes sense.
Plus, there's this.
Do you think Hobby Lobby still has that Transformers sign?
I don't know.
I'd like to get one.
So the Hobby Lobby here has only ever gotten one set of those, like one of the various offerings of those in.
Oh, really?
So it seems to be really hit and miss on when they have stock. Because there was a couple of those I probably would have gotten. I never would have put them up on the wall because I've got tons of stuff to hang on the wall. But A, I don't have wall, and B, I'm super intensely lazy and can't be bothered to put up, like, pegs or anything. Or
I'm pretty sure that looks like a wall behind you.
Yeah, but my bed's right there. So it's kind of bad to hang stuff between shelf and, like, in this range, there's not really good space to use.
I'm pretty sure.
But as long as it's flat, you can put something there.
Yeah,
I'll knock it off.
So in the Nightwing Numb in the chat's asking where Don is. I'm pretty sure he's on a date. He said that he was going to be out this evening. So good for him.
Yeah, quality time, him and his cat.
Yeah, okay. Who's the Red Ranger of RSC if there were Power Rangers?
I have to be orange.
I guess by default I'm the Red Ranger.
The Creamsicle Ranger.
Yeah.
And then Matt can be the Butterscotch Ranger.
I would rather be Trini though.
We can all be flavored
So you'd be
Rangers.
dead?
Well, no. I know Trini's dead, but I like the Yellow Ranger. She was my favorite of the Power Rangers, the Go-Go Power Rangers.
There are other Yellow Rangers you could use as an example.
The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, she was pretty much my favorite.
Yeah, there's other Yellow Rangers that you use
there's
as an example.
other Yellow Rangers.
The one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's almost showtime.
Yeah, it is.
No DeLuna?
He's on a business trip.
Of course he is.
To Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'll be there this weekend.
He's a busy he's a busy executive. Literally.
Lesser Z in the chat said Chris's shelf looks like it's connected to Melvar's collection, and I can see in
yes, it does.
Video. That's interesting and really weird how that lined up.
Yeah.
It's like I realized last week that Jason has basically the same shelves as mine. They're just different colors.
Sam Green said, "So JD is Trini." I want to applaud. That's actually it depends on the day. Like
Yeah. I thought JD was the 6th Ranger of superhero time because everything got better when he showed up.
It actually seems like he's Zordon. That's the consensus. Is JD is Zordon, but that was Don. Don was Zordon.
Yeah.
Right, but Zordon's also dead.
I just watched the
Way to
Power
go,
Rangers
Andros.
movie like 2 weeks ago, and wow, that was not the Zordon I was expecting.
Bryan Cranston.
Well, I knew he was Zordon, but
I'm not.
He was kind of a douche. Yeah.
He's Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
He plays 2 things: Malcolm in the Middle's dad and a douche. That's the only thing he plays.
I want to watch Malcolm in the Middle again. I haven't seen it in years.
Yeah.
Oh, and a guy in a Godzilla movie that you think the movie's going to be about, but he dies in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. I'm good to go if you guys are. Let's do this.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. This is. This is
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. This
3,
is
2, 1.
Okay. All right,
This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 561. Here's Brian Kilby.
This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 561. I am Brian Kilby, and I did that without laughing. With me this week, I have in his orange shirt, Chris.
What other color do I have?
Don't you have a brown shirt?
No.
Okay. There's Matt.
Hi.
Diecast.
I got my Captain America shirt on today.
That is really awesome. And Rob.
Hi.
Okay, you mentioned
What color shirt are you wearing?
Blue.
Well, me too. Look at that. So you mentioned the Captain America shirt. I have been harassing my wife, which I know is dumb, to let me get the Infinity Gauntlet movie replica toy coming from Hasbro. And I am like hammering that home every single chance I get. And
So is that our project for when we come visit?
yes. I want to get that and that old prop Captain America shield for my wall, but there's no room on the wall, so I would have to move something.
So
I have
Brian,
the
if,
shield.
if when I'm at your home and you just happen to be logged on to Big Bad Toy Store and turn your back for a moment,
Yeah. Okay, speaking of, so hey, so we were going to be at Jolanta this weekend, but something fell through. We couldn't make it. So Diecast and I were going to be there. Rob Springer's still going to be there. Rob is still doing the panel with Dusty Griffin. And we should have that available as a podcast download here next week. But Diecast and I will not be there, unfortunately. So, but Diecast had a non-refundable ticket, so he's like, okay, well, I would still fly down. I'd love to hang out. Well, this all happened like after the show last week. And Matt was like, well, if you're going to be there, I could just take the day off and drive. And XV was like, I could do that too. I'll just yeah.
I can not eat for a week. It'll be fine.
Yeah, there you go. And now Don, we just found out, is like, I'm coming too. So we're literally going to have everybody here but Rob at my house.
I'm sorry, Rob.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Rob.
It's okay. This is...
It's not okay, but I'm, good spirit anyway.
Good spirit.
things are better when we're all in one place together.
This is true.
We can cause so much more damage that way.
Yeah, so I literally spent weeks working on my office. It's my pinned tweet on Twitter, twitter.com/bkilby. It's the pinned tweet. It's probably going to get destroyed this weekend. Yeah, that kind of hurts. That hurts to think about.
Why is Massey coming over too?
Yeah.
See, like, I don't have intention to actually destroy it. I'm more like, okay, which of these shelving units can I slide out and just turn around so that the back is facing out? Like, weird things like
Yeah.
that, but non-destructive.
Yeah, please don't. But let's see here. So that's
That I might need some help.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yes.
So that's gonna be what, 5 of us here. So I happen to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recording stations. So hey, we can have podcasting live. We could live stream. You want to live stream?
Yeah.
I assume we probably would do something like that.
That would be a lot of fun. I just need to pick up
We
position
could do.
cameras.
So the chat seemed receptive last week to the pre-show only show idea.
Okay.
We could just kind of play with that since we're all going to just be there and sit around and
Goof off.
Yeah.
So
And that also relieves us having to come up with like a specific topic or focus for a show.
there you go. So we will be able to do that. That'll be a lot of fun. Hey, some other things we wanted to mention here at the top of the show. Hey, congratulations to Peter. So for those who have been listening for more than 4 years.
Longer than that.
Peter's been gone 4 years? Okay. Well, Peter and his wife Carly just had a kid. So congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations.
I don't talk to Peter anymore because he is like...
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's like but he's just so busy and everything. So we just found out. So congratulations, Peter. We love you. And also, hey, WTF at TFW posted their 500th episode. So congratulations, guys. That's quite a milestone. Pretty awesome. And that's it. That's like all the little things I want to mention before we get into... Did anybody get anything this week? Diecast, go ahead.
I did. First thing I got was from Bobby Skullface. I picked up a iPhone cover.
Nice.
Yeah. And
So he had a table there.
He had a table there. Yeah, doing his wares and stuff. And
did you get a blanket?
What's that?
Did he still have the blankets?
He had blankets. Yeah, I'm not sure which ones he had.
I need to buy one of his blankets.
I buy a blanket every time I see Bobby.
That is such a weird sentence without any greater context. I need to buy one of Bobby Skullface's blankets. I always buy one of Bobby Skullface's blankets. I don't always buy blankets, but when I do, it's Bobby Skullface's blankets.
I also got a silver streak with coin for only $40, which I thought, was a pretty good pickup.
That's a KO then, right?
That is a pretty good pickup.
No, not with the coin.
The silver?
Nice, right.
That I don't remember the box looking like that.
Yeah, my box
Well,
doesn't
no,
look like
this
that.
is the coin in front of it. Like, here is the back of the box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry,
wait.
it's in bubble wrap. I didn't open it up yet.
I'm trying to remember if I have that. What's the designation?
MP18S.
S.
I'm pretty sure I have that.
I have him. He's back here with the rest of my.
I mean, Blue Streak is the better one, which I have.
I have that
but
for sure.
the silver one was one I wasn't too interested in because it's just all silver. But I'm like, for $40 for the official, yeah, I'll pick it up. And then I also got something, a little something.
Oh, nice.
I got
How much was
cool.
it? So
Cybertron Starscream.
the original Cybertron Starscream.
The original.
Yeah, how much was it?
He was 50.
That's retail.
Wow, that's well, I mean, compared to what the platinum one cost, that's good.
And with inflation, you spent less. So congratulations.
Yeah. And I had that one, and before my wife moved into the old house, my attic was storage, and the rubber feet totally warped, and I just got mad and threw it out. So I've been wanting another one to replace it, and I've just never pulled the trigger on it. And I was finally like,
I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff over the years that I wish I had kept. That's not on the list of things that I regret selling.
different strokes for different folks.
It's true.
And then to fill in for Don, since he's not here, I also picked up a Marvel Legends Deadpool while I was at the show.
Is that the HasCon one?
This is not the HasCon one. This is the one that just started hitting Toys R Us's and stuff.
Okay, so it's because it's got that packaging. Is that like the pack? Is that like a movie? Is that like for the movie, or is that just a normal Marvel Legends?
It's just Marvel Legends special, exclusive to at least Toys R Us. I think it might be somewhere else too, maybe like GameStop or something. But it's a Deadpool Venom. Then he has a Venom head, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but figured I'd just fill in for Don and throw that in there. But yeah, that's all. Like,
which Sailor Moon figure did you get?
I got the Uranus.
Okay, Chris, did you get anything?
But there actually is a Sailor Uranus.
I know that.
Oh wow.
I guess he's being all clever, but no, spoiled again by Japan. So nothing this week, but since I wasn't here last week, I just want to mention the stuff you mentioned in my place last week, which was kind of weird. So Paladin bought me this Terminator Genesis Mega Bloks kit off of my Amazon wish list because I was having a fairly terrible time the last couple weeks on and off, so I really appreciate that. I'm going to look forward to putting this together because it looks like a lot of fun as a build and once it's actually assembled. I also got my final Amazon Japan pre-orders came in, and it's the Decepticon clone set. I have not had a chance to open these yet because for the Legend stuff, I tend to do in-package photos with the galleries, and it's generally been way the hell too hot in here lately to really do any protracted photography, so those are just kind of hanging out waiting for a better day.
Cool.
But I think that's all.
So
How come you got two?
Troop building. They're clones.
Okay.
So I realized that I ordered the Takara Tomy Cybertron or Autobot set, but not the Decepticon clone set.
Oops.
I don't know. I don't even know why I bothered with the Autobot set.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, that mismatch of pink and red doesn't really look that good in actual production.
And something else I ordered. I ended up ordering 2 of the G2 Megatrons. So I'm gonna have to. I need to sell.
He's a triple changer. You should get a third one for each mode.
No.
Wait. Do you have a?
Maybe we should.
Octane, or do you have Octane?
Yeah,
the Takara Octane.
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay, never mind.
I'm pretty sure I do.
Maybe we should talk about that G2 Megatron problem at some later point.
Okay. So yeah, Matt, did you get anything?
I did. In celebration of the Hasbro acquisition of Power Rangers, I got a Takumi Sentai Go Busters Morphin Brace.
Yay!
All right.
Isn't that a great toy?
It is.
This.
Of course, my wrist is too damn fat to.
This is painful. This is very painful.
Good.
Good.
I've been wearing this for 20 minutes, and now I can take it off.
No, okay. So like with my Astromorpher, my Japanese Astromorpher, which is not an Astromorpher in Japan, but I call it that just for ease of conversation, which this explanation completely defeats the purpose of. That does not fit around my wrist either. I have to actually add an extra length of Velcro to get one side the length of the other.
I need to do that for my Gong Morpher.
Unfortunately, they changed the way the straps work, I think around 2012 or so when this came out, or it might have been a little earlier, and they're not Velcro anymore, so you can't really adapt them as easily anymore.
Yes, I got it off, and now I have a nice imprint on my arm where the brace was.
I used to have permanent imprints, well, semi-permanent imprints on my wrist from when I used to wear a watch full-time.
Okay. Interesting. Anything else?
No, I just had to mention something Power Rangers just for you, Brian.
Rob, did you get anything?
Wait till next week.
Oh boy.
No, I got nothing.
Nothing. Me neither.
Yeah.
I don't think I did anyway. Walmart was we talked about this. I went to Walmart. Nothing.
It's funny. Like weeks ago, I went checking for Walmart when the Wave 2 Power the Prime Deluxes started showing up there. And 2 or 3 other people on Twitter just said to me, yeah, that all of the Walmarts in Central Maryland suck. So, like, everywhere else in Maryland, they showed up, except in the greater Baltimore area, which is the area I have access to.
Yeah, I picked mine up in Western Maryland. So,
Yeah.
So I have some inside information that Don may have found Power the Prime's Wave 2 Voyagers recently.
Really?
Is that so?
Interesting.
But that might mean it, will be worth making some stops on the drive to North Carolina, which I would have done anyway because, long drive.
Okay, so I'm looking at the show notes. Thank you, Chris, for pulling them together. Is that really the big news of the week?
I don't remember what I put there, so...
The vinyl soundtrack?
Okay, well, look through the other stuff and see if you think something is bigger.
Oh, absolutely do, so I'm going to move it right now. That's definitely worth talking about, but the Australia stuff is bigger. Okay, so, This Week in History, 2010, The Revenge of the Fallen is awarded...
Yes!
3 Razzies for Worst Director, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Film. Very well deserving, that movie.
We should...
Diecast didn't read the show notes, did he?
We should watch it. We should watch it this weekend.
If it were warmer, I would put the projector up and then specifically not play it just to piss you off. So I would like, oh, here it is.
I was gonna say if you were gonna run Revenge of the Fallen, I think me and Matt would end up going bowling or the cookout or something.
We are going bowling.
Yeah,
and the place
we go again.
We are going to cook out.
Yeah, we're going to cook out.
Non-negotiable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cookout's not so special to me because I can go there literally anytime I want to because there's one in town. Oh, I can go to Cookout more often than I can go to Jack in the Box, and that just makes me mad.
Guys, I want you to know that Kim and I are renewing our Sam's Club membership just so we can get a case of Cheerwine. And
all right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, we're doing that tomorrow. Okay.
I guess I'll be drinking caffeine this weekend.
Yeah.
I do want to mention before we move on that since I don't see it in the show notes that the Last Night did not win any Razzies whatsoever, even though it was nominated in multiple categories. I was
bring that up in relation to this item, so I mean that worked just as well.
Yeah, like I said on Twitter, I think the fact that the Last Night is not even worth dunking on anymore is probably the clearest we're done here for the Michael Bay era of Transformers movies that we can imagine.
So I'm thinking on this that the real problem here is that it was up the same year as the Emoji Movie, which was destined to sweep the Razzies.
That's true.
I think if that had not been the case, it would have taken at least one category.
Didn't The Rock win
Worst Director
for something for Baywatch?
No, I think the only thing Baywatch won was like movie you love to hate or something, or is so bad you love it.
I didn't hate it.
It was something along that line, like it's where it's almost so bad it's good.
I hated the trailer so much I wouldn't even watch the movie.
I've never cared about Baywatch, so I mean, why would I?
Well, it's not a movie about Baywatch. It's the whole like '90s cliche where you take a license,
but I still don't care,
and then you just make a terrible movie about it to cash in.
Okay, but see, that's already been done better by the Brady Bunch movie.
You're exactly right.
Twice. Done better twice.
Yeah, because the very Brady sequel is also quite good.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Baywatch was in that theme more so than just like a straight up take it Baywatch.
Okay, but again, I don't care about Baywatch.
Me neither, but it has The Rock in it.
What doesn't have The Rock in it?
And it has David Hasselhoff.
I was going to say.
Okay, that's a little bit more rare. He mostly just does the like talk show circuit anymore.
Yes. Okay, so the big news: Australia Toy Fair, Power of the Prime reveals. So guess what? We're getting Outback. Thank God.
As Outback.
Surprisingly
Autobot.
enough,
Autobot Outback.
Well, it doesn't. Okay, so putting the Autobot or Decepticon prefix in front of a name doesn't fix a trademark challenge if there's a legitimate challenge. Like if somebody else owns Outback in enough categories to cover that, just putting Autobot in front of it wouldn't make it pass. So Hasbro Legal at this point must feel pretty confident that their usage is justified and defensible here.
Oh, it seems like they do that on an awful lot of characters that they aren't sure about or haven't used the name in a while.
So when that comes up, it's usually because it's the name is a fairly common use word, which by itself would be very difficult or impossible to legally defend. So, like, Jazz, for example, conceptually, this wouldn't really happen because there'd be other ways probably to, put a stop to it. But, like, somebody else could presumably sell, like, a robot car called Jazz or some variation on Jazz. Jazz is a common use word. Like, in combinations, it would be something that Hasbro could fight, but it's stronger if they got more of a dig on the name than just the word.
We're also getting Cindersaur from Slash, and That
Yeah,
Inferno.
I'm not feeling that Cindersaur one.
I'm not feeling Inferno.
I like Inferno.
I may have to get Inferno into a head swap.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I know why. But, yeah. So...
It would make a good host head, potentially. I think there's an adapter for that.
I am... but I'm ecstatic, though, about Outback.
Outback is... The colors are great.
Really good.
Yeah.
I think the colors come across much better than Brawn.
Yeah.
The only problem now is I want the Titan Master Brawn to also get a new face to be Titan Master Outback, so Outback can ride inside Outback like Brawn can ride inside Brawn.
So which mini-bots are we missing at this point in the last couple years?
Warpath, Cliff Jumper, and his assorted repaints.
Huffer and Pipes in a
Pipes.
When was the last time we got
Yeah.
Warpath?
No, we do have
the
the
one-
Pipes.
Huffer, Warpath, and Pipes are all, existing mold retools that are fairly character inappropriate.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
they're
back.
still one in need of specific to them toys.
Yeah, they're all back from when Legends was kind of a class unto itself and not meant to really go along with the other size classes that exist at the moment. Likewise, I think the only Legends Cliff Jumper we have has the same problem, and also it's just another Bumblebee recolor, which means it's not really quite what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as far as I know, we're down to Huffer, Pipes, Cliff Jumper, and Warpath. Like we got that close before Power of the Primes got cut short.
Sad. Okay, well, I really like Outback, so that makes... Oh.
But at least we got Cosmos and Sea Spray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, we sure did. I like Sea Spray. Cosmos is okay.
Cosmos is not my favorite.
You guys are weird.
But it's still the
I
best
love
Cosmos there is, pretty much. So
yeah. Also, if you get the re-release of that Cosmos mold, it does actually have the mold change from Combiner Wars Scrounge so that you can fit it on 5mm pegs.
I can't remember if I bought it or not, so I might as well just buy it next time I see it.
I keep
And
seeing
then
it
you'll
at
find that
Walmart.
you
So
have 5 of them.
Yeah.
Because you've thought that like 3 times before.
Yeah. So I'm maybe I did. I need to go look at my my generation shelves. Okay, so we have Studio Series Thundercracker Toys R Us exclusive in package. So there you go. I think I have probably the one. Maybe I might get a couple more of the Studio Series, but not really feeling it.
I mean,
No.
I'll get this because I already like the mold. The blue on it looks really nice. And I know this isn't like teeny tiny for its price
It's a
point.
good mold.
It is.
yeah,
Hopefully it still has the removable head, but I can't imagine they'd retool that out of it.
Yeah, it's got it. I would assume it has the removable head.
If I didn't, like in robot mode, clearly, but in vehicle mode, that is a very, very, very passable Thundercracker.
yeah. I'm kind of with Cypher in that I do not like the gray stripes on the wings meant to emulate the 1984 toys intakes. It's just not at all necessary.
It sure is this design team, though.
It
Yeah.
is very much this design team.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if it was like, Combiner Wars Optimus that had the gray chunks, because those were unpaintable plastics, which tend to all go on one sprue together and need to be gray other places. So you're just kind of stuck with it. But I'm pretty sure those wing parts can take paint.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Moving along, we're getting finally the Transformers G1 soundtrack. It's not the entire soundtrack. It's selected tracks, but it's going to go on sale Friday on vinyl.
And apparently at the
Which
moment,
means there's a good
vinyl.
chance by the time you're listening to this episode, it's already on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like at the moment a vinyl is the only release format planned for this. So if you want an official release of any of the G1 soundtrack, you will want to be going after one of the 2,000 total copies of this.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. It's I like vinyl, and I like the look of it, and I'm not. But I mean, I was describing to a friend last night that I like vinyl for music that was mastered for vinyl. This was mastered for Betamax. So.
Oh, how great would that be if they did a limited Betamax release of this?
That would be awesome.
Oh, that would be great.
Not that I would encourage piracy, but the tfcog.com has the pristine remastered MP3s or WAV files that were produced as part of that Kickstarter. I would definitely buy this, but if you want the complete soundtrack,
easily available digital versions for listening literally anywhere that's not your home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's pretty impressive. So I actually happen to use those on the show from time to time. So,
vinyls?
No, the one from TFCog. Oh. Yeah. So the work done on that was excellent. I mean, there was software used and techniques used that I've never even heard of that basically lifted that music from a rather dull, low-fidelity sound to being crisp and clean and clear. Like, it's basically magic.
Yeah, one of the things I really like about projects like that in general is when there's, like, comprehensive project notes, release notes, whatever you want to call it, that go into what they did to achieve their ends. Because you can often learn a lot of stuff just from that, even if you're not specifically interested in what they were doing. The process of it is often really, really interesting.
I also have the CD set from Japan that was released several years back. That, if you want it digitally, that's also... I think you'll have to pay quite a bit for it at this point, but...
Yeah, probably.
But that's also worth it. But if you like vinyl or you want the soundtrack or you just want something cool to put on your wall, I would definitely pick it up.
Cool to put on the wall.
Like, let's see here. Well,
with a crappy player, so I can listen.
For my pick, if you're watching my video right here, I'm pointing at the last release of Transformers the movie on vinyl right there.
Is that framed? Did you frame that?
That
looks good.
I bought a frame for it.
Nice.
And below it, right there, is my original copy of Superman versus Muhammad Ali. So, yeah, Don actually has the original. I've never picked up the original soundtrack on vinyl. Don lucked into it. I've just basically been looking for a copy on eBay for less than $50, and eventually, hopefully,
someday,
I'll find one that was posted in the wrong category and be able to snatch it up. I guess I need that and that original Laserdisc release of Transformers the movie. I should get that before I die. So I've been wanting that for 20 years, or more than 20 years at this point. Okay, so my favorite thing all week. We have Cyber Battalion Shockwave. So Cyber Battalion is the line that's like a really simplistic Voyager-ish sized figure. The ones here in the U.S., they've been released at Walgreens
and Universal Studios store.
Yeah. I love this Shockwave.
It looks good.
There's one problem.
Mm-hmm.
No knees.
Yeah.
It's so pretty, though.
That's
even
the theme
with the no knees, I mean, it's way better than any Shockwave we've gotten in recent years. I'd actually consider this one.
If I ever see it at Walgreens, I mean, there's definitely potential there. Maybe some knees can be added to it.
Now, the side swipe that was also popped up is hideous.
No, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know about it as a side swipe per se, but like the overall styling, I don't have a problem with.
So it looks like Wind Charger to me. So if you gave it a different head,
which is interesting because Wind Charger traditionally doesn't have a hood chest.
Yeah, but Prowl and Blue Streak and Smokescreen do. This looks more like it should be one of those characters.
There's suspicion that this might be a retool from the Cyber Battalion Prowl.
The vehicle to me looks definitely like like a Corvette and not whatever the hell. He was a Lamborghini?
Yeah, he was a Lamborghini.
Yeah, so it looks very Corvette-ish.
The Corvette doesn't look like that, though.
That looks like a Charger.
It looks like a...
Yeah.
It looks like a Charger that has been stretched out.
In a front-end collision.
Yes. Yes.
That Shockwave, I'm interested to see if you can make a gun mode out of it.
A lifted Corvette. That's how I would describe it. So if you lifted it, that's what it would look like.
I still don't see Corvette in that body shape. Also, I'm curious if there's an upside-down submarine to be had in Shockwave.
I'm certain there is.
Like, I would get it just to try and find out.
Well, okay, so, I mean, we need to face facts here. It's also, like, the best G1 Shockwave figure we have ever had since G1 Shockwave.
What about Masterpiece?
It was a
Masterpiece.
Too complicated.
Okay.
And expensive.
It's not actually that complicated. It is a little smaller than I would like for a Shockwave.
How much does it go for?
And it's still expensive.
How much time does it take you to transform Masterpiece Shockwave, Matt?
I haven't transformed him since I got him, so
Me
I don't
neither.
know.
It's too complicated.
Right there.
If you haven't transformed it since you got it, that means it's too complicated.
I haven't transformed G1.
No, it means I transformed him and stood him with the Rainmakers. So,
but he
Also,
also turns into a ray gun, and there's no reason to not want to put it back into ray gun mode and act like a 5-year-old from time to time. And lost it too much trouble.
I haven't
transform it from robot.
I haven't transformed G1 Rodimus Prime since I got it.
Yeah, but there's problems with you.
Okay.
You're
Rob,
you're a damaged human being, Brian.
Rob, what were you going to say?
Oh, just also, I figured out who that side soap would be perfect as. Overdrive.
yes.
I think I've heard somebody say that before.
Okay. What else we got
I
here?
mean, being quasi Voyager size would be too big to fit in with anything else, but yeah.
Yeah.
Power of the Primes, Wave 3 and 4 packaging images for Predaking, Novastar, and Prime Masters.
Yeah.
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 I just figured if I didn't put that in there, somebody would complain that we didn't talk about it.
So
I acknowledge it's not that exciting.
So the thing that gets to me is every time I see that Optimal Optimus, it's kind of like I've got a perfectly good Optimal Optimus, the original one that is, but I don't hate it. It's just not what I wanted. But
maybe it's what you needed.
Yeah, I know. But there are people out there like Eric who wasn't even alive when that toy came out.
Oh, he wasn't, was he?
I don't think so.
You know, I'll pick up Optimal Optimus. I don't think it's a,
Now, if they repainted the Super Primal Prime, I will be happy.
I'm going to keep it in surfboard mode.
Because it's been a while since I mentioned this story, I own the same Super Primal Prime twice. You guys remember that story? I sold it to somebody on Alt Toys Transformers. This was like in 2001. I guess it was 2001. Then,
yeah,
then like 2 years later, I saw him selling it on Alt Toys Transformers. I'm like, I'll buy it. So I bought it back from him, basically what I paid for it. And I sold it again. And I kind of wish I hadn't, because it actually goes for quite a bit now, if I remember correctly. It was not.
Yeah, if they did Primal Prime off of that, the little Optimus could be Ape Link.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, that'll never happen, but, it'd be a... If we had a BotCon, if we had a BotCon, we could guarantee we would see that eventually, because, that was one thing that the Fun Pub guys actually kind of did as they were going along. They wanted to revisit that Ape Link concept. So I know they had desire to do something like that, but alas, no BotCon.
Hey, real quick, I just had a realization. I want to go back and explain something. The reason I think that in vehicle mode that Sideswipe looks like a Corvette is because nothing is sleek and aerodynamic in the Cyber Battalion toys. They're all boxy. It's like a boxy Corvette. Okay, so next thing, we have Takara Tomy Power of the Primes August release images. So we have the flight mode revealed, and God, there's a lot of photos here.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen the flight mode since the initial reveal of the Optimal Optimus when they had the CAD models on the projector at HasCon. Subsequently, they have not shown that mode off in any presentation again.
Is this it?
It looks like he's laying down with his wings spread.
No, that's him with the wings. They should also show him without the wings. Where's the jet? I don't see the jet.
It is way back in the gallery because of a numbering issue I had when I was uploading this.
Oh, it's more than 2 pages. Okay, that's why I didn't see it. I'm like, that's just him with wings.
Well, for some Transformers, that is a flight mode.
That is. So, that's not far off from the original.
Except it's really not.
It's got that Optimus Primal tumor growing out the back of it, but I mean,
it's like a baboon butt.
Yeah.
But if it was the Primal Prime, it would even be the right color.
The wings though on the original toy are more prominent, if I remember right, in that mode.
Yeah, they're bigger.
Yeah.
Also, I think that might be slightly mistransformed because I think that has the right jointing to pull the arms out from the body like the original a little bit too.
I don't transform that toy anymore, not because it's too complicated, but because of
Because there's plastic decay issues to consider now.
Yeah.
You guys are going to hate that I'm going to say this, but I like the
What else is new, Diecast?
I like the titanium one.
I own two titaniums, and only one is a transforming one.
I own 2 transforming titaniums that I'm aware of because I can see both of them right now. I might have another one somewhere. It's the Rodimus Prime and the Robots in Disguise Optimus, which are arguably among the best produced for that line, which is kind of saying something.
Yeah.
I have thought from time to time about getting the Titanium's Optimal Optimus, though, just because I'd like to see the different take on that already super simplistic design. I hear people say really the Beast Machine's Cheetor is really good, too, though.
Do I have that? I don't know if I have that one. Because I was kind of all in on...
I'm sure you like it better than Ultra Magnus.
Yeah. Ultra
the
Magnus.
tragedy of Diecast and his Titanium Ultra Magnus.
So we have from Takara Tomy.
That was a Shardicon story, right? Like that happened at Shardicon, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Shardicon is still my favorite convention. So
he was so happy to find that thing.
Officially,
and then he actually handled it.
It was a holy grail. And normally, even you get a holy grail, and you're like, I don't care how crappy it is. I've wanted this for such a long time, and I totally the opposite reaction.
Yeah, no, you get the holy grail. You got one of the decoy cups.
Yes, you chose poorly.
Yeah. So, official photos of Elita Infinite and Abominus from Takara Tomy. That Abominus is gorgeous.
Abominus looks amazing.
I don't want it to look that nice because
so good.
Like. I still 50% don't want the Terracons.
Then you're wrong.
It's nice looking. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it.
Those heels, though.
Well, that was always going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Since they decided to color code the hands.
Yeah.
I can get past that,
I can live with it.
I'm sure there'll be new hands and feet for all these guys.
Oh, yeah.
And of course...
Now, the Elita Infinite, I don't care for, but that's, I think, more because the fact it has Dinobot arms than anything else. So that just doesn't look right with everything else.
They don't blend well.
So this is just a stock photo, I'm assuming, that they have her just randomly paired with
what's available.
Yeah, so it's not like this is a box set.
No.
Yeah,
no.
They're not doing box sets at all, are they?
Not that we know of.
They're not. But I understand Takara Tomy Mall is going to offer sets. I think they're going to offer the Abominus, the Terracons, for purchase as a set together. But they're not a box set.
Okay, they'll just sell them together.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Well, I mean, it is disappointing, but I hate to say it. I mean, we're getting into an era where a lot of things about Transformers are more disappointing than not.
Hey, so Chris, so this next story, there's a lot of text in it, and you wrote it. So just tell us about it. The Bumblebee movie Energon Igniters play pattern details.
Oh, okay. So the Energon Igniters, which we've heard about through inventory data leaks and stuff for a while, but have no information on. Apparently, from the information in an Amazon India listing, so that's a new one for us. It's going to basically be the same thing as the Allspark tech line, but dumbed down. So, like the Allspark tech, you put the block in and it does like electronic stuff. From the sound of the blurb, this is going to be more like the G2 Power Masters, where you plug the block in and it unlocks an action feature of some kind.
I'm so glad they're doing that, because those power ones sold so well.
Yeah, they're a real hot ticket item. Yeah, so that's basically what it boils down to. Stick the block in, it might like have motion action or do something like that, flip a weapon out. We don't have like a whole lot of specifics, but it seems to be in that vein more than an electronic feature. So it's actually Allspark tech, but arguably worse for the same price.
So, I'm sorry to... Yeah, that's awesome. In the chat, Sean Hamilton asked if Shardicon was a convention about sharding. And...
I mean, that joke unfortunately did come up.
So, Rodimus Supreme, of course, responded with shock that Sean didn't know what it was. But I do remember when we had Eric and Jake on the show to talk about Shardicon, and JD, I guess it was JD, brought it up. And Eric was appalled, and Jake was laughing. That was such a great moment. That was a great moment. I should go back and find that.
That was one of JD's special talents. He could shock and awe all in the same moment.
Yeah.
Shardicon wasn't the actual name. That's the name we all use.
No,
it was the actual
Shardicon
name.
Yeah. Was the actual name.
They pronounced it Sharkticon, but going by the spelling they gave us, they were wrong.
Yeah. And I got Mike to produce a radio spot for them. I need to dig that out if I have it, and I'm pretty sure he said Shardicon.
Cause that's how it's written.
That's how it's written.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
They tried to do the Sharkticon thing as much as they could, but
combine it with Charlotte, but it didn't. Yeah, I mean,
they relented on the pronunciation eventually. Anyway,
yeah. Charlotte's such a great spot for a convention. Just saying. Okay, say GT11 Red Bull, the unofficial side swipe that turns into a robot bull.
I actually really like this.
Didn't we foresee this years ago?
So originally, this was some like art book thing. So I think you're probably thinking of that more. Like there's a whole art book or part of an art book that's G1 characters reimagined with robotic animal modes.
Okay, yeah, because this looks incredibly familiar to me.
It surprised me. I was like, "Whoa, that's interesting." Although this is the company that's doing the weird Optimus or the Beast Optimus, I guess you could say. So
this is
probably
one of those things,
from the same art book.
Yeah, I want to applaud third parties for doing stuff like this.
Yes.
But at the same time, it doesn't sell.
Yeah, I don't need it. So. Sorry.
So if you wish to, convince them to keep doing things like this, you should probably buy one.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, Diecast, I think you need to buy one of these.
I mean, there's a reason that third parties kind of collapsed, where largely what is being done is Masterpiece compatible things, because
that's what people buy.
Yeah, they go with something that people already own. So
so I had a conversation about this on Twitter some time back, and it's a really simple concept. The third party has fallen into the Masterpiece hole more than anything else, because the people who want to have really complete Masterpiece collections are the people with the money to spend on third party stuff.
Yeah.
For the money third party stuff costs, yeah, I know. But you spend money on literally everything, Diecast. You're insane.
But I want to have a really
And
complete masterpiece
irresponsible.
collection. I want to have a really complete masterpiece collection, but I have patience. So
You
I
also
don't.
have 20 Seekers. So you
11.
have a problem.
11.
You have 11 of the Seekers.
Maybe.
11 Masterpiece Seekers.
They're all right behind me.
11 official Masterpiece Seekers.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you had that many. I have
Maybe
realize
it's
there
10.
were
Hold
that
on.
many.
Let me count.
I have 4.
10. 10.
Okay.
I have Skywarp. I have Skywarp, Thundercracker, Starscream, and Ramjet.
Wait, how do you have 10?
Acid
Or Thrust.
Storm.
Okay, so I have Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker, and Takara Sunstorm. Thrusters
Okay.
and Ramjet. That's 7.
Yeah.
And then I have Hasbro Sunstorm and
Thrust.
Takara Thundercracker to go with Acid Storm as Rainmakers.
Ah.
Maybe I have
Isn't
Thrust and Ramjet.
That's too many Seekers, though.
I think that I have all of the, except for the BotCon versions, all of the Deluxe Seeker molds, which is way
I didn't
easier.
do that.
Yeah.
I didn't even do that, and I started selling off my classic Seekers. Like I sold the Conehead ones because those have not been adequately replaced ever. But like when the War for Cybertron Deluxe Starscream came out and its recolors were a thing, I decided to dump the classic Seeker version of those characters and just let the War for Cybertron ones be in there because I like that mold so substantially
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
I said I don't have the BotCon ones, but I do have the BotCons that were sold in the bag. So like the G2 Ramjet.
Oh, yeah.
So I have those, and or actually, yeah. So
G2 Ramjet was a
club.
club figure, yeah.
So I guess I'm talking about Action Master Thundercracker.
Action Master Thundercracker.
So Action Master
Oh,
Thundercracker
yes.
and the Rainmakers. I have those, and I have to say, how I got those is the best thing ever. I bought them from Don on eBay when he put them in the wrong category.
Oh.
So I bought them at cost, which means he lost money on it.
Oh.
And if it was, this was pre-Dononomics being like codified. So if Don never talks about that,
It probably still keeps him awake at night.
it probably does. It probably does. That was after he was on the show. He was on the show at that point. So
Back to the premise we started with, I really strongly feel that third party has focused in heavily on Masterpiece because that's where the money is.
Mm-hmm.
People
Yeah,
are
also
willing to spend that kind of money on that grade of figure.
yeah.
Yeah, also not just that's where the money is, but it seems like that's where the cost and complexity let them be generally comparable to what Takara charges for a similarly sized figure.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say, but not expressing it as clearly, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, when you look back when third party first started, you were getting classic size
You were getting
stuff
discs from Unicron.com.
for like $60 or $70, and
For, like,
to move up the
$10.
masterpiece scale, it's only like $20 more, and you're getting a larger, more complex, better looking figure.
Yeah, no, Unicron.com was on the leading edge with this because they had that accessory pack they did.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Years which
ago.
coincided with Space Machines.
Yeah, years ago. But no, Diecast, your point still stands. I was just pointing out that third party came way before that. Like,
Well,
20 years before that.
I mean, yeah.
So, okay. So, what else we got going on here? That's it. So, for the news. Thanks to Amazon. Do you know you can buy everything from Amazon? I'm almost ashamed to admit what I finally broke down and bought on Amazon, but I'm going to tell you. I finally bought that bidet attachment. And you can try it this weekend because I'll have it tomorrow. Next day shipping.
No, thank you.
I hear it's awesome. Plus,
This isn't the get together experience I was really expecting.
well,
No.
yeah, I'm not going to walk you through it. You'll have to figure it out yourself.
That's okay. Leaving us unattended in your bathroom with a bidet attached is asking for trouble.
It really is. It really is. But
I wonder if there's a water pressure setting.
Yes, there is. That's how it works. So, yeah, but you can buy. That just goes to show you can buy anything from Amazon. Just about. TFRadio.net.
I would say you can buy anything because there's like always that one specific example I come back to that I can't actually talk about on the show anymore, but it really proves you can buy anything.
So yeah, like the reason I bought that is because a friend, a dear close personal friend, you can actually buy caskets. I just checked. Just search casket on Amazon and you can buy that. $900, that's much cheaper than going through the funeral home. So but a friend bought that and I'm like, yes, we can't talk about that, but yeah, a friend bought that, and I'm like, why did you buy that? And I'm like, no, the question is, why haven't I bought that? So tfradio.net/Amazon, you can buy anything and everything, and like a couple cents from whatever you buy comes back to us and helps us out.
And plus, if you buy a casket now, you're actually saving money because when you need it 40, 50 years down the line, it's probably going to be more expensive.
Well,
and you can just use it for storage right now.
It'll be more expensive, but when you think about the cost of inflation and everything and what you can actually get a good interest rate on, it's probably not worth, buying that far in advance. But, if you just want one to sleep in, if you're like really creepy, I mean, why not?
Honey, I'm going to bed.
I'm going to, yeah. Tia.
Hey, when you think about it, it's probably pretty cozy.
Yeah, Grandpa Munster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I put that Grandpa Munster action figure. This is going on the Massey Attack wish list right now.
A casket?
Yes, casket.
I wish we had more wealthy listeners, just so somebody would be inclined to send Don a casket as a joke. But I think the price tag on that is too much of an ask.
Can you imagine that? That would be hysterical.
Okay, so
Don, you got a delivery.
On Don's wish list, above the Mallow cups, I have added a $920 casket. There you go.
Nice.
Do you think Don ever looks at that wish list?
Considering he's type 2, putting the casket next to the Mallow cups is actually pretty appropriate.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. So, we have anything for the network this week? No. So, the only one thing, Rob, what's on T-Formers this week?
Well, about the only thing is I have the this week's installment of the Brands of Transformers is Milton Bradley, which had a very long history as an individual toy manufacturer, and here in the U.S., not a lot of connection with Transformers, but they were Hasbro's main distribution channel for G1 throughout a lot of Europe. So, yeah. So that's about it.
That's interesting. I never knew that. I thought Milton Bradley was strictly like a game company.
Well, yeah, apparently when like right after Hasbro bought them in 1984, luckily enough, they had much better distribution channels in Europe than Hasbro did. So Hasbro, put them to work for G1.
Yeah,
and also just there's some interesting bizarreness on the TF Wiki Milton Bradley page about the Diaclone license and how it relates to Milton Bradley and why Optimus Prime was relegated to Wave 2 and kind of hard to get a hold of in certain parts of Europe. Probably
I have heard that, yeah.
Yeah, probably because another toy company had the license for the mold through Diaclone. So,
yeah.
Yep. And, you know how I heard that? That was in the Skyfire / Jetfire thing that McFeely did on YouTube. It was actually really good.
Yeah, because Jetfire was basically promoted as the Autobot leader up until the point they were able to release Optimus Prime.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody look up the basics on YouTube. That. It's a really good series.
Yeah, I need to catch up.
Yes, it is.
Because all that information that's on the Transformers wiki, you can get in this really excellent video presentation style with McFeely's wonderful voice telling it all to you in your ears. It's brilliant.
You used to be able to get it on Radio Free Cybertron each week on our segment What's on the Wiki.
Why did we stop doing that?
I think because JD quit doing the comic
Anything.
podcast. Yeah, the comic podcast with McFeely.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it's too late to bring that back. Sadness. Okay, so but yeah, if you want to, if you liked what's on the wiki this week, which we haven't done in like 8 years, check out Transformers: The Basics on YouTube. It's definitely worth watching. Hey,
so there will be another thing on T-Formers this week. I'm working on something that's going to go up on Friday that basically commemorates a special anniversary in Transformers. So be looking for that. It'll go up pretty early on Friday because I'm planning to post it before I drive out of here in the morning.
Sweet. Hey, Chris, what's on the network this week?
I think you mean what's on RPG Lessons Learned this week, because that's the only damn show you posted.
Yeah. I have a couple to post, but I haven't been given a chance to.
That hasn't really helped us so far, has it?
Hey, no.
So RPG Lessons Learned, episode 44, Pathfinder Beginner Box Campaign, Data-Driven Retrospective. This week, Dusty, Brian, and Mike do a data-driven post-mortem on their Pathfinder Beginner Box campaign. Dusty mined his post-game recap emails to take a look at 2 simple measures of the campaign: experience points and gold pieces. The results are surprising. Or so I assume, based on this write-up, because I don't listen to this show. I'm sorry.
You should. Hey, Diecast, did you...
Not really in my interest area, sorry.
You know, I've heard people like Jason say that, but he listens anyway.
Okay, but I mean, Jason is Jason, and I'm not.
That's true. Hey, Diecast, any reviews on RSC reviews this week?
I haven't gotten anything really to review. And
you want to review any more of the Studio Series stuff?
Yeah, and JCC kind of killed some time over the weekend, and this weekend's not looking too good either. So
no, it's not.
I apologize.
Brian has recording equipment.
Pull something off my shelf and review that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Maybe we'll do that.
Something fragile and expensive.
I'm looking at a Bobby Heenan action figure right now. You should review that.
Hey, you have a mint on card G2 Slingshot, right?
It's not mint on card.
Is it on card?
It's that's even better.
Yeah. I thought you had one.
What do you have that's on card?
I open most of my stuff. Like the only G1 thing I have on card is the Hot Rod Patrol.
Well, that's not a big deal. Those were easy to get for a while.
They're still easy to get. That's why
I don't really look into that. I just knew that like a warehouse cache had been discovered at some point.
It's right here on the shelf. Hot Rod Patrol.
Anyway, if G2 Slingshot's still around somewhere intact, that could totally work.
Yeah. Okay, that's tfradio.net/561, tfradio.net/561. That's where you can get all the show notes. And that, actually, no, I don't list the RPG Lessons Learned. Actually, you know what? BrianKilby.com. I posted a follow-up to the Taco Bell sinkhole expose. Plus, a story about the jumping off place, which is on the Wilkes and Ashe County line here in North Carolina. There's a famous murder that happened there 35 years ago. Me and Howard Vinoy talked about this very important story in Wilkes County history. BrianKilby.com on the Happy Daily. You need to check it out.
I actually listened to the Taco Bell update episode of the Happy Daily.
Oh, you did?
Did they fill it in?
No. You can't fill it in.
You can't?
It's kind of like a mini version of the Grand Canyon.
You can't just get dirt and just pour it in?
If you got enough material, eventually you probably could, get to pack in where it's not going to cave back in.
And you would just create another hole somewhere else. Or you'd have to skim off all the one.
That's why it's a sinkhole, because there's nothing underneath to hold the dirt up. So you'd have to pour more and more and more and more dirt into.
Certainly there must be an open pit mine somewhere around you that they can take the dirt from.
So it's literally like with the Grand Canyon, with the river running through, it's caused that. That's literally what the sinkhole is doing, except there's ground above it, and it's falling.
Could they just get old, unused, wrecked NASCAR cars and dump them down there?
Yeah, tires and cars.
The thing is, people buy that stuff up because while I think that's junk, other people call that collectible.
Oh yeah, like the tire scraps that they include with the SDCC movie Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, that's exactly right. tfradio.net/561 to view the show notes. Our voicemail line is 931-99-GOBOT. That's 931-994-6268. You can follow us on Twitter at TFRadio and on Facebook at facebook.com/TFRadio. We are on Instagram at TF Podcast. We are also on Twitch if you're watching us live at TF Radio. And you can find Rob Springer on Twitter at RoboRobSpringer. He's also at zonebase.org. John DeLuna is not here. He is that John D everywhere. I am at B Kilby on Twitter and at Brian Kilby on Instagram. I posted again all of my toy pics from my office. It's the pinned tweet at twitter.com/bkilby. People really like that. And I don't think it looks...
Your office looks pretty cool right now.
I think it looks pretty cool. But I don't think it's overwhelming with the amount of stuff. But people are disagreeing with me.
I mean, I think we here all have a different perspective on that, because I would tend to agree it's not overwhelming, especially since, like, you got all straightened up now. Yeah. And it's all, like, backed up against the walls and stuff. It all, like, there's space to actually occupy in there now, and it looks a lot more put together.
All 5 of us will be able to fit in here.
But I can understand how, like, all the normies out there might have more of a problem with it.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not overwhelming to us.
Yeah, that's why I led into this with, we have a different perspective.
Yeah.
So, Rob, how do people find you on Twitter, et cetera, et cetera?
I can be found at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
Now, how can people find you?
Okay, I am on Twitter at Figure Reviewers and Flailthroughs, also on YouTube at Flailthroughs, where I am still working my way through Gundam side stories. And, of course, when we do video reviews, Chris and my work can be found on T-Formers TV at YouTube.
Yeah, and thank you for mentioning Don. Again, Don's not here at HMRC for EVR and on TFYLP. And though Don's not going to be at home Saturday night, I am going to make him do TFYLP for my house. Probably not. Okay.
Oh, no, we have to try.
Yes. Matt, how do people get a hold of you?
I don't know. How do they?
At Melvar, MELLLVARR on Twitter, 3 L's, 2 R's. Chris?
Hashtag Seacons before Unicron.
Hashtag Seacons before Unicron.
You can find me at Brian Kilby's house this weekend in North Carolina.
Yep, that'll be fun.
Tweet out the address.
No, please.
No, that's Don's job.
Yeah, and his credit card number. Diecast.
No, that's JD's job, unfortunately. That's in the past now.
You can follow me on Twitter at Diecast2. You can also follow me on Facebook at Reviews by Diecast and on YouTube. And watch all my wonderful, horribly wonderful videos at RFC Reviews. Yeah, that's what it's at.
TFRadio.net/review.
TFRadio.net. Best.
Yeah, you should. Review. I mean, it's important to get the actual YouTube channel identity out there too, but you can probably you can stick with the short URL for the most part too, I think.
So
save some time. Also, maybe pre-prepare yourself a script to read for this part of the show, since just have that in front of you that you can bullet points you can follow along with, so you know where you're at it. With,
I should just put that in the show notes, like the bullets we should all follow.
Yeah.
Okay, you realize that the only 2 people who might follow that are you and Diecast.
Yeah, there you go.
And the rest of us will actively try to sabotage you.
Good point. So, hopefully again...
That's what I mean in that.
Hopefully again next week, between now and then, we will have the Joe Lanta Transformers panel featuring Rob Springer and Dusty Griffin. And God knows what we're going to produce this weekend. But
nothing good.
It'll be in the feed. We'll see you next week. Bye.
I don't promise it'll be in the feed, because it might be so awful that you're afraid to post it.
Okay, so we were trying to figure out what Diecast should review, and JT Prime 17 said that you should review my Thunderclash.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has gold plastic.
It does have gold plastic. The only gold plastic item that the gun broke, because for some dumb reason the gun was made of gold plastic.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But he still has feet and a large important piece of the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just let me look at it before Diecast reviews it. That's all I ask.
Now that you've set this up, it's going to come apart in your hands instead of Diecast's, right?
He said look at it, not touch it.
I said look at it, not touch it.
We can do an episode of Will It Blend while we're there.
Oh, God. The sad thing is, my collection doesn't have anything of particular value anymore because I sold all that crap.
Yeah, but that's like a lot less that you have to worry about.
Yeah.
This is true.
Over.
Yeah. And I guess it depends on what you mean by value. I mean, some of the stuff would sell for something, but I don't have, like, anything made solid gold.
Wow.
What?
The receipt was in, I won't show the name, but the receipt was in the wrapped package for Silver Streak, and he paid $73 for it. He probably never opened it because the receipt was still in there.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I need to price that because I'm pretty sure I don't have it.
So I guess I did pretty well.
Yeah.
MP18S?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd say $40 for practically any, like...
$50?
Authentic masterpiece is pretty good.
And that's an especially good mold. So.
Oh, crap, I don't have Tiger Track either. Shoot. That reminds me I don't have Tiger Track. Son of a gun. I didn't realize that was a Tokyo Toy Show exclusive. I didn't realize that.
I got Tiger Track from Azusa at BotCon 2015.
Yeah, I thought that was...
I remember. That's it.
Yeah, I thought that was just a regular release. That's why I don't have it. It's because it was exclusive.
Yeah, but it's an easy to get exclusive, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I need Tiger Track now. Dang it. Okay. I need to know. But I am pretty well thoroughly energized on caffeine.
And that's what counts.
That's what counts. It's weird not with Don not being here. Not like weird in a we can't go on way, but weird in a
Don will be
something's
to hear
missing
that.
way.
Yeah, just something's missing. It's like I didn't want to say, Don, what are you talking about? Through this.
I thought it was a good episode.
I did too. It was fun. It was loose. A Massey attack here or there would have been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Those
most
are
of us
always
actually
highlights.
most of us actually know how to get along with cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't want him to be around Buddy. Because Buddy can't expend the energy to try to attack him.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Buddy needs to heal up.
How's he doing?
Better. He's doing better.
Good.
Glad
to hear that.
After he stopped licking his wounds.
Right?
Yeah. He's got the cone on full time, and it's doing the trick.
Cone of silence.
The cone of silence. So his numbers are good. It's just his legs looked really bad the last time because he just got back into licking them. So the cone's on. So I mean, he'll probably pull through this, and yeah, so that'll be awesome.
Losing pets is terrible. Nobody should have to do that.
Yeah, we shouldn't have them because that's what happens. Unless you have like a bird or something or a turtle, then the turtle loses you eventually.
Do turtles live that long? I know birds can.
Turtles live hundreds of years.
Oh, wow.
And a few kinds of parrot will do, 80, 90 years in good conditions.
Yeah, those I knew about. I didn't know turtles lived that long.
Well, but some of our audience who's still listening might not.
Oh.
Yeah, there are turtles around that were here at the time of the... Let's see, world's oldest turtle. It's over 200 years.
So the Ninja Turtles are still young.
Hey, what do you guys think about the new Ninja Turtle designs? So,
I tend to not pay much attention to the Ninja Turtle stuff other than the Mega Block stuff that I have.
I like the concept more than I like the visuals.
Visually, it seems kind of like Next Mutation meets Nickelodeon.
So,
with a little bit of Michael Bay thrown in. Or Bay-produced turtles thrown in.
So there's a tortoise named Jonathan who was born in 1832. He is currently the oldest one. That is so amazing. There's a picture of him right here, photographed in 1896, when he would have been, 64? That is ridiculous. A 64-year-old turtle in 1896 who's still alive. And he's not alone.
That's a big turtle.
We're struggling to reach the time of the gathering when the few who remain will battle to the last. No one has ever known we were among you until now.
They're struggling to reach the time of the gathering because they move so slowly.
I shouldn't say this, but I was in a meeting, an offsite meeting a couple days ago for work, and it was an all-day meeting, and the entire damn day, all I could think about was Highlander. I was like designing, like, if I, like, you know, going back to the original movie, the Kurgan was the image of, you know, what the most fearsome looking immortal could be. But I was thinking, okay, so immortals don't die, and they can, you know, they heal very quickly. So what I would do is I would like have metal like poured into my skin at regular intervals that could potentially be used.
So you wouldn't be able to move?
No. Regular intervals where I could still be flexible, but it would also deflect like a sword or something like that. You would still be could be subjected to piercing damage, but slashing damage would be greatly reduced. Unless it's kind of like Wolverine, where Wolverine will eventually push a bullet out. But I don't think that's ever been established. In fact, the one immortal, was it Xavier St. Cloud, who was missing a hand? That didn't grow back.
I thought it was like if they lose a limb, it can be like reattached, like it'll fuse back together if it's brought back to the body.
I don't know that was ever established.
But it won't regenerate.
I don't know that was ever established. It could be.
Man, that had to be.
I'm not like terribly up on my Highlander lore anyway.
No.
But I do go on.
I watched. I've actually seen very little of the show, and I skipped at least 2 of the movies. So
there's also
Sadly, I did not skip 2. I learned from that mistake.
Yeah. Highlander 2. The Renegade version has an excellent cover art.
That's the best thing you can say about that movie.
It does. It has Christopher Lambert walking out of Wall of Flame, which is like could have been the one cool scene in the movie, but it wasn't. It was just.
I thought everybody agreed that Sean Connery scene was the best scene in the movie.
Which one?
You know, that one Sean Connery scene in the movie.
Such a terrible movie. And the third one's really no better. It's just it's less awful.
Which actually, by some metrics, could mean it's worse.
Yeah. I mean, The Source, which is the last movie that came out, it was released theatrically in Europe and on Sci-Fi in the US. I would say it's probably the worst one.
And that was supposed to be the start of like another trilogy.
A trilogy,
right?
Yeah, that never happened.
Now, Endgame was a perfectly fine 2-part television show.
So the thing about Highlander Endgame is the fact that they didn't know what they were doing when they filmed it. So the trailer features all of these crazy ass clips of things that they thought they might do when the movie was actually finished. So like jumping through portals, both the Connor and Duncan fighting Jacob Kell at the same time, which is against the rules and all this crazy stuff. And like none of that stuff actually made the movie.
Okay.
It's funny, I can remember the name of the villain from the Highlander Endgame, but I can't remember what I did yesterday. Jacob Kell. There's the scene where Duncan walks up, and then his face morphs into Connor's for a second. Yeah. God, that's a terrible movie.
Yeah. Not a good effect either.
No. I had a terrible infection in my leg when that movie came out. And I could barely, or my foot, I could barely put a shoe on. But I squeezed a shoe on to... I squeezed a shoe on so I could go see it.
Okay, so Lesser Z in the chat says, Highlander never thought about being rebooted. If it was, who would direct it? Michael Bay.
Actually, they have talked about rebooting it.
They are rebooting it. So they had talked about it. It went on the back burner, but literally the news the last couple of days, it showed up that they're rebooting it. Which, Michael Bay, there are worse people. So...
Who are they?
Yeah, and like Shyamalan would be a worse person than Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'll. That is a valid answer.
If you just wanted a crazy action movie,
you know what? I think I'd take Shyamalan over Michael Bay.
Okay, if it is like 2006 M. Night Shyamalan, sure.
So for me, I would rather have somebody that can tell a story, and the action sequences are secondary. Yeah.
I think, like, the first reboot Highlander movie needs to focus more on the action and the story, because that's what's going to get more of an audience, like, interested in what they're doing. You can story with the second movie after the first one makes ticket money to justify production of a sequel.
The thing is, when it comes to Highlander, I like the TV show. The original, the first TV show, not the Raven or the animated series. But other than that, there's really nothing good Highlander related. There's not. I mean, the first movie is a cult classic, but it's really not that good. It's fun. It's got a great soundtrack that was done by Queen.
I love it.
But I love it too. I love it too. I genuinely love that movie. But I can't say it's a good movie. It's like Transformers the movie. I love it, but it's not good. But I like the TV show. As far as like a syndicated action show from the 90s, it's as good as you're going to get.
Yeah, especially at a time when broadcast standards and principles, even on first-run syndication, ostensibly with a primetime debut time slot, would still not let you actually depict the decapitation.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So, like,
that's a hell of a challenge to work around, and they did it every week.
When you think of contemporaries for Highlander, you're looking at like Renegade, Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, Super Force.
Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, I really liked when I was that age.
I did too, but it's crap. Do you remember?
That's why I phrased it the way I did. I'm not denying that it probably is crap because I haven't been able to watch it in any recent era.
Do you remember Super Force?
No.
Anybody here remember Super Force? Rob, you got to remember Super Force.
I do not remember Super Force.
It was the show about the astronaut who went to Mars, who took his Mars exosuit, his astronaut suit, and used it to fight crime.
I've never heard this.
I don't think they ran that around here.
It was syndicated for a couple of seasons, or at least one season, but it's such crap, and that's just basically what syndicated TV was at that point.
But yeah, so contemporaries for Highlander, like you said, Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, Renegade, Babylon 5 was also at the same time. There was that limited cross section of stuff. But yeah, Highlander was a pretty strong offering in that range at that time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. Hey, so what do you guys want to do this weekend?
Well, apparently I'm driving to North Carolina this weekend.
Yeah.
Food.
Yeah.
Food.
Bowling.
What I was going to say about the Thanos Infinity Glove, they are showing up at GameStop. So if you go on GameStop.com, you can see if any of them are in your area.
That'd be like $1,000 at GameStop, though.
No, it's $100.
Really?
Yep.
We only have one GameStop now. The other closed. I don't go to GameStop.
Really? You only have one in your area? Wow.
Well,
I figured you would have a lot more.
There are 5 or 6 within 20 minutes, but in my town, there's one. The other closed down.
You could trade in used games towards it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all those
400 used games.
I don't have room for it, is the sad thing.
Well, you don't need room for it. You wear it.
Yeah.
Good point. And the shield, too. The shield was $105 the last time I checked.
They're getting rarer.
See,
now
that's the thing. If you were an immortal and you would regenerate, like, yeah, you would do the Doctor Doom thing and just like have a metal suit, like fused onto your body, like not even metal poured in, just hot metal straight off the fire fused onto your flesh. That's the way to do it.
Now, this one, it's a Marvel Legends Captain America 75th Anniversary Metal Shield. I have no idea who actually made this. This one's $450.
I was about to say, if it's Marvel Legends, it has to be Hasbro, doesn't it?
Yeah, Hasbro made it. It was $300 when it came out, I believe.
You were right. You guys are right. It looks like the plastic one, except it's metal.
Yeah. That's why I got the plastic one and saved the $200.
It looks identical to the plastic one.
Yeah. And it's not vibranium, so it's probably not as light as the real one.
So what? It's a vibranium adamantium alloy? Pretty sure.
That's what it is in the comics.
Yeah.
I don't know about the movies.
I don't think
what kind of metal
there is no adamantium in the movies yet.
Yeah.
It's just vibranium.
Yeah, wait till they hammer out the Fox deal.
I literally don't see it anymore here on Amazon, the plastic one.
It's funny how much you can learn from the toys. Like, I already know Cap got a new shield and a whole bunch of stuff they haven't shown, but...
Oh, where can I see the shield?
Look at the Infinity War Captain America figure.
Okay.
It has shown up in some of the promotional shots.
I haven't seen it.
Well,
but I could have missed it.
So what I've seen in the promotional shots doesn't look like what I was expecting it to look like.
Well, it doesn't look like a Captain America shield, definitely.
Well,
does somebody have a link?
I'm looking at I'm looking right now. I was hoping that it was going to be the energy shield from the Mark Waid run when he lost his shield.
I think it functionally might be, honestly. I thought I saw him using it like that in the trailer, but I may be misremembering entirely.
What I saw in the trailer, it looked like it was. Oh, here it is. It doesn't look like an energy shield, but I'm hoping that it just happens to be one.
It splits into two pieces, I believe. I'm not sure Marvel Legends one does or not, but it looks like I've seen other shots of it where it looks like it splits into two shields or something.
Oh, what's this? Oh, this is from AliExpress, so that's probably... Oh, that's like a knockoff. It's like Captain America in an Iron Man suit that... The hell?
Iron Patriot?
I mean, it would be like that.
There was a Captain America armor Iron Man that came out, I think, before Iron Patriot was even a thing, based on a What If comic.
Well, so in the
that was from the 2007 line.
Yeah, I used to have it. I'm not sure if I still do.
Well, so
not.
in Mark Gruenwald's last work on Captain America, when Captain America was dying because he
because the sales were slipping.
Because the sales were slipping. Because the super soldier serum was acting like cancer, they removed it from his body. He had armor to supplement his abilities. And then of course Mark Waid took it over, and that's my favorite run of Captain America ever. That Mark Waid and Ron Garney stuff for like 6 issues or whatever it was. No.
Did you see Serpentor probably finally got a Marvel Legends figure?
What?
Here.
Is it
okay? That shield is actually part of the Panther gauntlets he gets in Infinity War. It extends out of the gauntlet.
Okay.
So sorry, not an energy shield. It unfolds out of his Panther glove.
Boo.
That is Serpentor to me.
Oh, people are going nuts over that Spider-Man because it's the Iron Spider armor.
I don't get it. I don't get why.
Because it was in the comic books. It didn't look anything like that, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean now, but I didn't recognize it. People watching this so that you...
I kind of wish they'd gone with the comic design. I liked that one.
I mean, it's a nice design, but...
I don't like it. You know, I don't need another Spider-Man from Marvel Legends. I know that sucks for them because all that, but I have that one that came out a couple of years ago that came
with the pizza.
With the pizza, yeah. I never need another Spider-Man now. That one basically is perfection.
Yeah, you do need another Spider-Man. I'll show you the one you need.
Oh boy.
I just think it's cool, you know.
Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk.
Here's the thing about, like, I loved Spider-Verse. I think I've said this before, but anything that Dan Slott does like that, it's about the journey and not the destination. My favorite thing, though, from that, of course, I mean, it wasn't just from that. It's not that it debuted there, but he was featured in it, was Superior Spider-Man. I also have that, and I'm very happy that I have that. I love Superior Spider-Man.
I forgot they made a toy of that.
Yeah. Superior Spider-Man is one of those things like Dick Grayson is Batman. It's like, why on earth are they doing this? But once you read it, you're like, I don't want this to ever change.
Oh, like Autobot Megatron.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just the way it should be forever, and we should just never go back to the old way. God, I love Superior Spider-Man. Of course, I haven't read Spider-Man in a couple of years, so I don't know what the status quo is for Doc Ock and all that. I've got the issues, I just haven't read them yet. Actually, the Spider-Man that if I could only keep one Spider-Man, though, it would be my Secret War Spider-Man, the 3 3/4 inch one. Ooh, do I have the Captain America in that? I had it as a kid. No, I just have him and Iron Man. I need to fix that.
Here you go. You need this Captain America. Kill me.
What is it? And I don't have a single Superpowers figure. I've got that.
You got that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you didn't have it.
I forgot that I just bought that. It's still in the package. All of those figures are still in the package. Ooh. Do they have the rest of these here?
Oh, $12. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm buying the rest of those if they have them. So I have the Punisher. I don't have Iron Man. I'll be right back. I need to see what I have.
$12 for that Iron Man is tempting. I just wish they'd done the right legs for it.
Oh, it's that one.
Yeah.
Didn't they do one that had the thick boots?
Maybe. I don't remember now. I know the small one did not have the thick boots. I have the 4-inch version.
Yeah, me too.
Off of exactly the same sculpt.
I guess we lost Matt at some point and didn't realize.
Yeah.
Really. And of
He's
course,
back.
And of course,
Matt.
Wolverine is like $40, and I don't have that one.
Of course.
Also, just to nitpick a little further on that Iron Man, if you wanted to match the original Toy Biz figure, it should be bright yellow, not gold.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's missing the big Mega Man boots, which, you know.
The Spider-Man has pizza.
I want some pizza now.
Yeah. Okay. I will hold off on getting the Wolverine, but I will get the Iron Man and Spider-Man because I need those for that set.
Iron Man's only $12.
I ended up, dude. I bought the Punisher and Black Widow for $5 each.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at Walmart on clearance.
Wow. That's not a bad classic Iron Man, I guess.
It's not, but just like I said, to match the original, it would need to do certain things it's not doing, and just it's like if you're going to go for nostalgia on something like that, go all the way.
Yes, Superman Lex Luthor. No, I didn't like that because that's New 52 garbage. Sorry, I hate New 52. At least when it comes to Superman stuff.
It was garbage. No, it was all garbage.
Like the Batman stuff, it has its moments where it's not terrible. But most of it, I just hate New 52.
So do you think Bendis is going to make it better or worse?
He can't make it better. Like the stuff they've done once they reintroduced post-Crisis Superman. Of course, then they integrated them. But that stuff wasn't bad. And honestly, apparently the New 52 stuff with Superman wasn't terrible after what's-his-name started writing it. Shoot, I can't think. The guy, Dan Jurgens, was doing action, and the guy was doing Peter Tomasi. His stuff apparently was pretty good. But
he had a really good run on Green Lantern Corps before the New 52.
He did.
Yeah.
And so in my mind, at least for my lifetime, Dan Jurgens is, of course, in our lifetime, Dan Jurgens is, of course, basically the quintessential Superman writer.
Okay, yeah, they did do one with the Mega Man boots. I just forgot.
Yeah, that was in like 2013, maybe 2014.
Yeah. It was the line that used the repurposed HeroScape tiles for stands.
Oh dear God, that Secret Wars Captain America is so much worse than I remember it being. And they're all super expensive.
I was about to say, those toys were not great. I mean...
I like my Spider-Man okay, and I like my Iron Man okay. They're fairly decent likenesses. Mm-hmm. And Captain America is not a good likeness.
Mm.
Let's see. As a kid, I had the Superpowers Lex Luthor and Superman. Let's see how much those are.
Superpower stuff is actually not badly priced. A lot of it.
That Lex Luthor's 13? That looks pretty nice. It's not bad. I mean, it's a little dirty. I don't need it.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You do. And you need one on card.
Didn't somebody just do, like, gigantic upscales of some of the Secret Wars
Gentle
figures?
Giant. They did Kenner Superpowers and Secret Wars figures.
Mm.
A lot of them are on sale now.
I'm not too surprised.
They're still ridiculously expensive being on sale.
So, Rodimus Supreme says, wasn't Lex from Rebirth since he started his career after the death of New 52 Superman? Yes, but it's all post New 52. It's post Flashpoint garbage. I hate that I feel that way, because I know a lot of people felt that way about post-crisis stuff. And I hate to be the bitter old man, but damn it, I hate that stuff.
But the thing is, people thought that way about the post-crisis stuff because they were afraid of change, but we were actually getting good stories. The Flashpoint is different because we were getting garbage afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean...
Like, post-crisis, everybody was up in arms about, Barry Allen being gone and Wally West being the Flash now, and that actually worked out really well. And
it did,
eventually. To the point where everybody got pissed off when Barry Allen came back, because Barry sucks.
Wally West is the Flash.
Yes, he is. Barry sucks, much like Hal Jordan before him.
Hal Jordan is better than Barry Allen marginally. I of course
marginally, yes.
Marginally. I prefer Kyle Rayner, of course. Or Jon Stewart.
Yes. Yeah.
Not Guy Gardner.
I actually like Guy. But that's from when I was reading Green Lantern Corps written by Peter Tomasi, so.
Man, I really miss Ron Mars on Green Lantern. Wally West is the third Flash. He's the Flash. Everybody else is a Flash.
Undisputed Flash.
Yeah, everybody else is a Flash.
A Flash.
He is the Flash.
Wally West is the Flash.
Yeah. He's the fastest man alive. God, I love Wally West. Sucks.
I'm watching Flash on CW, and it's probably not what you're referring to, but
it's not. I've never watched
it.
No,
that's not even the Wally West we're referring to.
I hear that the Flash is good. I just don't need to watch it.
It is good.
It's passable. Like I was into it for the first season. I watched it as it goes up on Netflix. I liked the first season well enough, and season 2 and 3 don't offer anything new. There's a different evil speedster to fight every season. It's ridiculous.
The thing
now this season he's fighting. What the hell's that guy's name? It's not a speedster. It's the really smart guy.
Lex Luthor? Batman?
No.
Mr. Terrific? Let's see here. So, Rodham Supreme said, the thing I hate most about the new 52 is Superman's suit. That's one of the things I hate about it. Jay Zachary said,
he's got his red trunks back now, but does he still have the stupid armor lines on it?
Wait, does he have him back already? Does he have it back now? I knew he was going to.
Okay, maybe he's
with Action
going
1000.
To,
Jay Zachary said you're supposed to hate Guy. Yeah, but I don't hate him that way. It's not like oh god, I hate Guy. You know, I just don't really. I hate him like I hated Lobo.
Yeah, Lobo sucks.
Hey, update on HasbroToyShop.com. They will actually say when something's out of stock on the
search page,
on the front page. Yeah, on the search page.
It's about damn time.
It took what, 2 years to do that?
I guess it has been 2 years under this website system. So,
and then finally, when you hit newest, the newest stuff actually is on the top instead of at
the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. So they are getting better. It's just taking a very long time.
It shouldn't have taken 2 years.
Yes. But I like that I don't have to click on something now to know it's out of stock.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's going to save a lot of time the next time a coupon code I want to look at comes up.
They do have a Marvel Infinity War gauntlet that's like $20.
I bet it's not the
probably
fancy
like a
one.
Hulk hands kind of. Yeah, it's probably like a Hulk hands foam thing.
Put it in the link.
That sounds.
I mean, it looks very dull and unappealing, but the gems look good.
Infinity Gauntlet Hulk hands, that'd be great.
Actually, yeah, it would.
Ooh, speaking of, Thor Ragnarok is out on Blu-ray now.
I got it yesterday.
I need it on 4K Blu-ray.
4K? Do you need Steelbook?
Are you trying to sell me something?
Yeah.
What do you have? What do you have?
I have 4K Blu-ray Steelbook.
Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah.
And why are you trying to get rid of it?
I ordered two, as I do sometimes.
How much is it?
It's like 37.
I would say 4K version was about 30. So
he'll be offering $17 for it.
With like the regular edition's like $25 at Walmart, which is what I was going to get.
Oh, yeah, just do that then.
I got the Blu-ray.
Actually, the Steelbooks
I usually $30 though.
I ordered two because they go for crazy money on eBay in like a week or two. So that's why I always order two. I did that. I ordered two of the Star Wars ones by mistake, and I ended up selling the extra one for like $80 or $100. And then I've done it with a couple of the Marvel ones too.
So are you going to have a best offer on that when you put it on eBay?
No, I usually don't. I usually just let it... Why?
No,
so you can do like $1.
He's gonna lowball you,
like you do to Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually going to like get with Don and see if he wanted to do that to you, but you know,
oh jeez,
seemed only fair.
I need to stop this right here. Oh, backup recording stopped.
But then, like, what there's great content you're gonna miss.
Too terribly long.
What was that, Matt?
I said I'm gonna have to go to bed here before too terribly long.
Yeah, I need to go to bed too, actually.
Are we streaming at this point?
Yeah, we are. Hey, people watching live, we're gonna drop off so that we can go to bed and do a little bit of post-show discussion.
Yeah,
planning for travel.
Last day of work to go to now.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
So, we'll see you next week or maybe this weekend. Follow us on Twitter.
We'll figure something out
at TF Radio. We'll see you.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter for the